I ate the world's healthiest vegetable for 30 days straight, and the results were not what I expected. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for being here with me again. It all started with a simple question. In a world overflowing with superfoods, which one is actually the best? You hear about kale, broccoli, spinach. They're all heavy hitters, but I wanted to find the undisputed champion. So I went down a rabbit hole, digging through nutritional data, comparing vitamin content, and looking at scientific studies to find the ultimate vegetable. And then I found a winner, a vegetable so powerful it scored a perfect 100 out of 100 on a nutrient density scale developed for a CDC-published study. So I made a deal with myself. I would eat this one vegetable every single day for a full month to see if it was a true game changer. The first week was rough. The second week got weird. But by day 15, something happened that I did not see coming. This isn't just a story about eating your greens. This is a story about what happens when you push your body with what is, on paper, the most nutritious food on the planet. And trust me, the answer is way more complicated than you think. My journey started where every health quest does, in a sea of green. Every health blog and fitness guru has their favorite superfood. The contenders are always the same. Broccoli, hailed for its cancer-fighting compounds. Spinach, packed with iron. And kale, the darling of the smoothie world. Any of these would have been a solid choice. But I wasn't looking for solid. I was looking for the absolute peak. I needed a system. So I started comparing them based on nutrient density, basically the amount of nutritional bang you get for your caloric buck. I even made a spreadsheet pitting these titans against each other. Broccoli is rich in sulforaphane, a compound that some studies suggest may help lower cancer risk. Spinach is an absolute powerhouse of vitamin K, essential for blood and bone health. Kale is loaded with lutein, which is fantastic for your eyes. They were all amazing, but none of them were number one. The deeper I dug, the more one underdog kept popping up in scientific rankings. A leafy green that, according to a major 2014 study ranking powerhouse fruits and vegetables, was the only food to get a perfect nutrient density score of 100. It beat out Chinese cabbage, chard, and even spinach. That vegetable was watercress. And I gotta be honest, I was surprised. I'd only ever seen watercress as a fancy, delicate garnish on a restaurant dish. It has this distinct peppery flavor, a bit like arugula or radish. I learned it's part of the cruciferous family, a cousin to broccoli and kale, and it's packed with an insane amount of nutrients. We're talking huge amounts of vitamin K for bone health and vitamin C for your immune system. It's also full of antioxidants, the kind that are linked to supporting cardiovascular health. This was it, my champion. The rules were simple. I had to eat a significant portion of watercress every single day for 30 days. No skipping. I could cook it, blend it, eat it raw. Didn't matter, as long as I ate it. I took my before photos, logged my weight, and documented my energy levels, which were, let's just say, average. I was ready to see if this humble green could live up to its perfect score. The first few days were a novelty. I thought, how hard can this be? On day one, I made a big, beautiful watercress salad with a lemon vinaigrette. That peppery taste was intense, much stronger than I expected. This isn't a mild green like spinach that just blends in. It announces its presence, loudly. Still, it was new and exciting. By day 3, the novelty was wearing off, fast. I tried to get creative. For breakfast, I blended it into a smoothie with banana and pineapple to try and mask the flavor. The result was, let's just call it botanical. The peppery spice cut through the sweet fruit in a way that was just plain confusing to my taste buds. It wasn't bad exactly, but it definitely wasn't something I craved. For lunch, I started stuffing it into sandwiches. A turkey and Swiss on rye with a massive handful of watercress. The crunch was nice, and its zesty flavor actually worked pretty well there, cutting through the richness of the cheese. A small victory. Dinner was the real challenge. On day 5, I tried wilting it like spinach. Big mistake. The peppery flavor got even more concentrated when it was cooked. I found myself just trying to get it down, chewing mechanically while dreaming of a simple side of steamed broccoli. The biggest struggle of that first week was flavor fatigue. Watercress is not a team player. It's the lead singer, and it wants you to know it. I was craving something, anything else. I felt bloated, and my enthusiasm was plummeting. On day 7th, staring at another bag of the stuff, I seriously questioned if I could make it another 23 days. I was sick of pepper. I was sick of green. This was not the glorious health journey I'd imagined. It was a chore. Going into week 2, I knew something had to change. I couldn't survive 3 more weeks of sad salads and weird smoothies. My morale was at an all-time low. So I hit the internet, desperately searching for ways to cook watercress that don't suck. And that's when I stumbled upon a game changer, watercress soup. I found a simple recipe: sauté some onions and potatoes, simmer in vegetable broth, then throw in a huge amount of watercress at the very end and blend it all until smooth. The result was this vibrant green soup that was shockingly delicious. The potatoes and onions completely mellowed that peppery bite, transforming it into this sophisticated, warming flavor. It was a revelation. I felt like I'd unlocked a new level of the challenge. That breakthrough opened the floodgates. I started making watercress pesto, blending it with garlic, pine nuts, parmesan, and olive oil. It was fantastic on pasta. I was finally fighting back against the flavor fatigue. And as my cooking got better, I started noticing other things. My skin, which can be prone to breakouts, was looking clearer. It makes sense, since watercress is loaded with vitamins A and C, which are known to be great for skin health. I also noticed my energy levels felt more stable. That classic 3 p.m. slump where I'd usually reach for more coffee just wasn't happening as much. I felt steady. Then came day 15. The moment I teased at the beginning of the video. I'm a recreational runner. I usually go for a 5K run a few times a week. My times are pretty consistent, nothing special. On the morning of day 15th, I went for my usual run. Halfway through, I realized something was different. My breathing felt easier. That wall of fatigue that usually starts to creep in felt miles away. I pushed a little harder and my body just went with it. I finished the run and checked my time. I had beaten my personal best by nearly a minute. I was stunned. It wasn't a fluke. I just felt more efficient. When I got home, I looked it up. It turns out nitrate-rich vegetables like beets and, yes, watercress are known to help with cardiovascular efficiency and athletic performance by improving oxygen flow. This was it. This was the something I didn't see coming. It wasn't a sudden burst of superhuman strength, but a quiet, profound improvement in my body's endurance. For the first time, this challenge felt less like a chore and more like I was fueling my body with something truly powerful. The last 2 weeks flew by in a blur of green soups and pesto pasta. My new recipes made eating watercress every day not just bearable, but actually enjoyable. The physical benefits I noticed around the halfway mark held strong. On day 30, I woke up feeling good. Not like a new person, but like a noticeably better version of the old one. It was time for the final weigh-in. First, the numbers. I stepped on the scale and saw I'd lost a modest 3 pounds. That wasn't really my goal since my diet hadn't changed much otherwise, but it was a nice little bonus. But the real changes weren't on the scale. The biggest improvement was my energy. The daily log I kept showed a clear trend. Those afternoon slumps that used to plague me were almost entirely gone. I felt consistent energy from morning till night. My skin stayed clear, and a couple of friends even commented that I had a bit of a glow. Looking at the before and after photos, the difference isn't shocking, but there's less redness and just a healthier look to my skin, which is likely thanks to all those skin-supporting vitamins. Am I running? I kept logging faster times. That day 15 breakthrough wasn't a one-off. My cardiovascular endurance felt genuinely improved. So, looking back at all the data and my notes, it's clear this experiment had a real, measurable impact. If you're digging this journey and want to see more 30-day challenges and deep dives, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications too, so you don't miss what's next. All right, the big question. Was eating the world's healthiest vegetable for 30 days a true game changer? My answer is a resounding yes and no. Let's start with the yes. There is no doubt in my mind that watercress is an incredible food. The stable energy, the clearer skin, the boost in physical performance, those were real benefits that I could genuinely feel. It absolutely lived up to its perfect nutrient score, showing me how powerful a single ingredient can be if you're consistent. However, the no is just as important. Forcing myself to eat one vegetable every single day was incredibly restrictive. That first week was a struggle, and if I hadn't found other ways to cook it, I would have been miserable. This experiment highlights a crucial truth about nutrition. Variety is just as important as quality. Our bodies thrive on a diverse range of nutrients from different sources. While watercress is amazing, a diet of only watercress would be unhealthy. A diet that includes watercress, alongside spinach, broccoli, beets, and all the other powerhouse vegetables, is where the real magic lies. So, my final recommendation isn't to go eat watercress for 30 days straight. It's to go out and buy some watercress. Make that soup. Try that pesto. Add it to your sandwich. Incorporate this nutritional giant into a balanced, varied diet. It absolutely is a game-changing vegetable, but it's a team player, not a solo act. This challenge was a fascinating look at the power of food. And now, I want to turn it over to you. What superfood do you think I should try for 30 days next? Spirulina, beets, garlic? Let me know your most interesting or craziest suggestions in the comments below. I read all of them. Thanks for watching.